Indeed. Okay. You are the deputy chairman, downstream sector.
Upstream.
Upstream. Oh, okay. Many of us don't even know how the committee functions. We just know they announce these committees and they announce those to man them. What role do they really play? Because I know these committees are replicated in the Senate as well. So how do they really function? Are they to parley with the agencies? Are they to parley with ministries? What goes into how a committee functions?
Okay. Aside from making laws, another role that we play or function is oversight. So what we are meant to do as a member of each committee is to oversight the agencies under us. What do I mean by that? As a committee, this is a house of the people. So there is need for the agencies to the activities of the agencies to be monitored. And the only way we can do that is by oversighting their functions. And as deputy chairman of Upstream, we have some few agencies under us that has to do with oil exploration. Agencies like NUPLC, agencies like NNPC. So we oversight these agencies and to make sure that the policies and the programs they're in line or in tune with the expectation of the people, and also is in line or in tune with the agenda and the president as well. So, and also to make sure that it is also in line and in tune with what we have in our constitution. So to make sure that their activities are well guided by the constitution of the country. And what we also do is budget. So we make sure that the budget is well expended, especially towards the right projects.
Okay, beautiful. So what I'm going to ask you, I think you already touched it a bit, saying demands being made of you are things totally out of purview. But if you are going to expand on that, and then what are other misconceptions your people have about honorables you wish to correct? They will be watching, some of your constituents.
Honorable members are people who got voted into office. Some of us got massive votes from our constituencies, and they believe after casting their votes for you, you are meant to get into the house and solve their problem
and make everybody rich.
But like I said, coming in here, I realized that the role of the executive and the role of the legislative needs to be properly explained to
that is why you have this show here. So you have the opportunity to.
What we do here is lawmaking, and aside from lawmaking, we try to lobby, which is constitutionally,
of course, permitted.
Permitted. So we lobby the executive to make sure that out of the scarce resources that we have, we are able to to facilitate one or two projects to our constituencies. If the current administration is empowered enough, I'm sure they will reach out to virtually all the constituencies and do massive projects there. But it's not possible for all the constituencies to get the same attention. So what we do here, aside from making laws, is to lobby. We don't have power to do so much projects. We can only talk to the executive arm of the government to see how they can bring one or two or three projects.
So you can, by extension, reach out to your constituents. I get that part.
So, but in a situation where our constituent does not even know the role of a local government chairman, functions of a local government chairman, They don't even know the function of the state assembly, the function of the federal.
The only role that they
lawmaker.
tend to know
Because
is that of the president.
The president.
Others don't matter.
Even
And even that, they mix it
that
up.
of the president is still mixed up.
They mix it up.
Yeah, there are some things that that should have ended at the local level.
And some will tell you, why is president not building primary schools?
So I'm saying that there's some conversation that does not even have anything to do with the federal government. It should have ended at the local level. But that's why we're trying to come up with some little electoral reforms. You know, some of us are agitating for some little reform that we see that, you know, will help the government, will help in administrating, or it will help in facilitating development, especially at the local level. We believe the power should be given back to the people at the local level. If that can be achieved, some of the agitation will not even get to us in the positive. There are times, considering the cost of even flying from Abuja to our various constituencies now, some of us don't have the opportunity of going home every weekend. So, but we have another arm of the government that is closer to you, which is the local government. My old grandmother from my village can easily access the local government chairman and make agitation known to the
But I think it was passed during Buhari's regime, local government autonomy.
So now we are trying to follow up now to make sure that the current administration implements that. You know, it's a whole lot though. It goes beyond just giving power to them. It goes even to the point of selecting them, the point of electing them.
There's some framework may also be put in place.
So we believe that the power should be given back to the people. And that alone will help even our people understand the function of each arm of the government. And they will know my function as a lawmaker. They will know the function of the executive chairman of a local government. They will know the role and the function of the state assembly. They will know the function of the commissioners that we have in the state. So this whole function can be well separated.
On that, we motivate this next question. Because if you're going to get local government autonomy to work, we need cooperation from state governors.
Yes, we do.
And it has been a regular feature that lawmakers tend to not really enjoy cordial relationship with their governors. You have instances like that. You know, Dino Melaye and his governor, for example. And we had many other instances, even in this current assembly. Why is that so? And what's the relationship with our governor?
I'm not familiar with what she just said anyway. Because I'm from Lagos State, where we have...
there's a structure that coordinates things.
Where we have a structure, where we have good relationships within ourselves, because we have a structure. We have leadership structure in place, you know, that brings all of us together. And that is why Lagos is where it is today. That is why Lagos is, you know, is functioning. So I'm not saying other states are not for, but that is why we set the pace for other states to
there's a standard Lagos has set.
So there is need for
it has worked over time
for coordination. I tell people that governance is a serious business. You cannot have your own a company and not have a proper structure in place.
Indeed.
So you cannot believe that you can come into the political space and not acknowledge the need for proper structure even in the political space. So that is one thing we've learned in Lagos. The coordination of, especially the people that are meant to represent the people. So there needs to be proper coordination amongst ourselves. If the governor and the legislators are not on the same page, you know, so many things we missed out, and the people might not benefit a whole lot or up to what they are meant to enjoy from that particular administration. So what we from the part of the country that I'm from, or the state that I represent, you know, I can assure you that 24 lawmakers that we have, regardless of our parties, we have interaction with our governors. We have interaction with even our representative at the state level. You know, some few months ago, the governor still hosted all of us. just to make sure that we are familiar with each other, both the people at the state and at the federal level. We were in the same space, in the same room for days. The chatting out were a roadmap for our great state and Lagos State. So these are the deliberate attempt, by Mr. Celibo, as is commonly called, to make sure that we have a coordinated house, that will chart out growth and development for people in Lagos State.
Indeed. Now, talking about structure, we are wrapping up.
Yes.
Talking about structure, before you adopt a structure, you must have submitted yourself to a mentorship school. That means you agree to that hierarchy and you agree to the ideology that governs that structure. You understand? So speaking about that, I would say, okay, because you are speaking also to young people, we would like to pick from your motivation. Who is your mentor? And that is instructive because we saw in the last election, those without mentors. We saw that many of them displayed total lack of ideology. Many of them have a history of jumping, between parties at will because there's no consistency in their thought pattern and their political ideology, So I shouldn't have asked because your office here is is evident. But for the benefit of that.
Yeah. I'm from Lagos State. I'm a proud Lagosian. And I'm fortunate to be under the tutelage of our dear President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. If you look around, you see his pictures everywhere in my office. Majority of our youth out there, we need to actually study this man.
I have.
Honestly speaking,
I have.
I believe smart and intelligent youth out there need to study this man. The man that rose from being a senator to being a governor, stayed out of office for a while, was able to manage the political space and political structure, despite the fact that he wasn't even holding any political office, and came back to become the president.
And I've said the record of this country.
So
I don't know of a politician that stayed so long out of office and remained relevant.
So for young people out there who actually want to govern, who want to serve, and who want to lead at different stages, there is need for us to study President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. We don't have the habits of celebrating our own in Nigeria, especially as Africans.
Until they are dead.
We don't have that habit. We criticize it. The great people out there that we celebrate here, the majority of them didn't even achieve.
Are not even as great.
They're not even as great as our own leaders here.
Indeed.
But we end up, propagating wrong agenda, wrong propaganda, against our leaders that we are meant to celebrate.
You're correct.
Someone like President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is someone that I've monitored closely since 1999. I would say 1999 because his first entrance into politics, I was quite young. Probably I was in my primaries. So, but in 1999, I was old enough to know and to see his achievements as governor of Lagos State. Whatever Lagos is today is a collective effort by different administration, different governors. But someone started the road plan. Someone built a structure that gave birth to Lagos that we have today. So that person needs to be studied, and that is what I've done. And that's helped me a whole lot. That's helped me to achieve a whole lot for myself and to maneuver the political terrain. That is why as young as age 37, 38, I managed to get into the House of Representatives. It was because I studied people who have
because you stood on the shoulders of giants. This final question is your window to assure your constituents You might not face me, like I just face the camera and speak straight to your constituents and give them your assurance.
Yeah, there is no way you'll get into a new terrain that you won't need some time to understand the environment. 1 year in this office has I've learned a whole lot, and I can assure the people of my constituents that before the end of this administration, we'll be able to point to one or two or three significant representatives, especially from this office. We are here to serve our people, and I can assure the people of Badagry that this time around it's going to be a different representative from the young House of Rep member that you voted for. Some few weeks ago, we managed to bring in our Minister for Tourism to come into town and see what we have in Badagry. Badagry is blessed. We have untapped resources in Badagry. There is need for us to identify these resources. And Badagry is known for tourism. That is what we have always been known for. We believe that there is need for us at this time to harness into that untapped resources. We managed to bring in our minister to see how we can collaborate with the federal government, to see how we can move development in the area of tourism to the people of Badagry. All over the world, our intention is to direct traffic to Badagry, especially when it comes to tourism. Badagry can be known as far as Asia, as far as Europe, as far as even Africa. The neighboring countries they can come into Badagry to see what we have there. And this administration will focus so much on to make sure that we are able to harness the resources that is in that particular sector. I can assure you that the remaining few years that is left for me to complete this the first phase given to me by the great people of Badagry. Will be accounted for. Every blessed day will be accounted for, and I know at the end of the day that people will be proud of me. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you guys. I'm Joe Simalaba Mjenito, Legendary Joe, and I've been conversing with Honorable Whinghan Sesi, member representing the old Badagry, Lagos State. Thank you and see you next time.
Thank you very much.
Honorable.